Good. Mrs. President, we're ready to go.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Perinton Town Board meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and we'll start off saying the Pledge of Allegiance led by Miss Sarah Masterson.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First, I will start off with some introductions. I'm Jen Townsend, your town supervisor, and my fellow board members up here. We have starting with Councilman Dave Masterson, Councilwoman Emily Mishler, Councilman Mike Foligno, and Councilwoman Meredith Stockman Broadbent, and Town Clerk Andrew Gilchrist. And the staff that we have here tonight, we have starting down there at the end, our student representative Finley Driscoll, and assistant to the town supervisor Melissa Martins. Our town assessor is over here, Mr. Wayne Pickering. And we have our Commissioner of Recreation and Parks, Jeff Nutting, Volunteer Board Coordinator, Chris Mueller, our Director of Finance, Brian Dick, our Commissioner of DPW, Jason Kennedy, and our attorney to the town, Kevin Overton. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and for those who are here in person. Our town board meetings are recorded and may be transcribed with AI. And we will start off with our meeting minutes for our May 13th meeting. You all should have received a draft copy of our meeting minutes. Does anybody have any comments or questions? Nope, seeing none, can I have a motion to accept? Foligno, and second, Stockman Broadbent. Thank you. Okay, first up, we have a request from our Director of Volunteer Boards regarding the Sustainability Advisory Board. Due to a scheduling conflict with the revised town board calendar, we are being asked to move the already approved and publicly advertised June 15th meeting of the Sustainability Advisory Board to June 18th at 7 p.m. In room 204C at the Community Center. If approved tonight, a legal notice will be published to reflect this change. Is there any discussion?
Question, are those meetings open to the public?
They are.
Okay.
Yep, they are open to the public. They will be in a community center room periodically, but then when they have info sessions and stuff, they'll probably be bringing them into the boardroom. But they are open to the public. Okay, no discussion. I'll entertain a motion to approve the meeting date change.
So moved.
All right, Mishler. And a second. Stockman Broadbent. Okay, next we have a memorandum from our assessor regarding a proposed settlement for a tax assessment litigation case involving 600 at Building 600 at Willowbrook Office Park, located at 1451 Pittsford Victor Road. This property has been vacant since 2019 and is currently under dispute for its 2025 assessment. After negotiations with the property owner, Uniland Partnership, a settlement has been reached pending our approval tonight to reduce the assessed value by $500,000, bringing it to $3,889,000, whatever that number is, dollars for 2025. I'm going to now pass it to Assessor Pickering to give us more details.
I think you pretty much covered it, Madam Supervisor. The building was built originally in 2001 for a single tenant. Windstream was the name of the company. In 2019, they moved out of the building, and the building has been vacant ever since. The Board of Assessment, he came to the Board of Assessment Review last year and with an appraisal for $6 million, and the Board of Assessment Review didn't lower it. They lowered it, but not all the way to that value. So they filed the certiorari last year, and since then they came back and we've been negotiating with them to try to have them drop that or settle for a different assessment. So we did agree to lower the assessment by $500,000 for 2025 and to pay any tax refunds back to the county, town, and school for any overpayment. The total payback, well, the estimated total refund to for the county would be $4,651. For the town, fire and ambulance would be $1,831, and then back to the school, $10,780. So the school will pay their own refund. The county will pay their refund, and the county will also pay the town refund, and then charge that back to the town through the county services next year.
Great. Anybody have any questions for Assessor Pickering?
Just very briefly, if I understand that correctly, ultimately the town of Perinton would only be obligated for about $1,831
Correct.
ish. Okay, that's I would imagine significantly less than 1 day of litigation.
Yeah.
Right.
So, okay.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
one other question: if this building ever does reach 100% occupancy again, or is repurposed during the next townwide reassessment, would that increased use or occupancy be reflected then?
It depends on what the leases for the building are indicating the income stream for those leases would be, but I would suspect so, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I just have a quick question. With, it seems like a lot of these that at least make it to the board are from these office buildings. Do you expect now, since the townwide reassessment is done, we'll see less of those?
Yeah.
Like less challenges?
We'll probably see more.
Probably see more. Okay.
Office space just is kind of passé at this point. And we'll have to wait to see if it ever comes back
Okay.
to the way it was pre-COVID.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the settlement as presented.
So moved.
Felino,
Second.
Masterson, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That passes. Okay. Next up, we have a memorandum from Assessor Pickering. A good idea. You can stay right there regarding the proposed pilot agreement for Meadowside Apartments, formerly known as Northfield Housing, located on 9 Mile Line Road. This agreement uses a shelter rent method to calculate pilot payments similar to the existing agreement approved in 2006. However, the proposed agreement is expected to generate higher payments to the town over its term, making it a stronger arrangement overall. The folks from Meadowbrook did present to this board at a previous workshop. Assessor Pickering, I'll pass it to you to explain where we ended up in our negotiations.
All right, so do you all have a copy of the, I don't know if I do. I guess I don't.
Of the agreement?
Yeah.
I don't think I put it in the packet.
All right. So they're going to be paying,
That was previously submitted, though, I do believe.
There-
I remember reviewing that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just going to summarize it off the top of my head.
Oh, you have it? Okay.
That was the one that was
I
online.
think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Oh, that's senior citizen one. Sorry, that's.
Well, you can walk us through the term changes.
Yeah, the prior agreement with Northfield, they were paying on a per rent or a certain amount per unit, and it started back in 2006 at $350 per unit, and there are two per apartment, and there's 69 apartments in the complex. That's been had a annual increase of 3% since that time. For 2026, that 350 has gone up to $632.14. So the total pilot agreement this year is going to be $43,617.59, which the town share is $10,904.40. The county gets the same amount, and then the school gets 21,808.79. So it's a 50-25-25 split for that pilot payment. We've put into the new agreement that apportionment would remain the same. But we have settled on a percentage of the shelter rent at 8% instead of the per apartment charge.
They had requested 10, I think, when they were in here for that, and we stuck at 8.
You know, also the agreement has a minimum payment that they're going to be making to every year, which the prior arrangement did not. And I'm thinking it was 54,000 some dollars right off the top of my head.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
Sorry, I have it here. It's $59,727.
Off by 5.
Yeah, 59,729.
As always, excellent job, Assessor.
Yeah.
Yep. So there was one other point I was going to bring up, but I can't remember what it was right now.
Yeah, I think the percentage was one of the biggest
Oh,
things
they'll
we
be
were
paying
wondering.
full tax on the land.
Oh, right. That's a big
The
thing.
exemption is only, or the shelter rent is only on the building, because the building is what is producing the income. So they'll be paying full tax on the land assessment.
All right. Any questions for Assessor Pickering? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the pilot agreement. Was there is there corrections on it or anything, or?
Oh, yes, that was an important thing.
Okay,
In the agreement, that the last agreement that was sent, the payment was supposed to be made directly to me as the assessor, and I'm not bonded. So that should be changed to either go to the town clerk's office or to the
Okay.
finance department.
okay, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the pilot agreement contingent on that administrative correction.
So moved.
Mishler?
Yep.
Masterson, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that passes. Okay. Lastly, we have a memorandum from Assessor Pickering regarding the proposed updates to the town's senior citizen property tax exemption under state law. 2 changes are being recommended. First, raising the income eligibility threshold from 29,000 to 50,000. This would expand access to the exemption and allow more seniors to qualify for up to a 50% reduction in their property taxes with a graduated scale above that level. Second, the proposal would begin including IRA distributions as part of income when determining eligibility. Right now, these distributions are not counted, which can result in higher income individuals qualifying for an exemption that's intended for residents with greater financial need. Taken together, these changes are designed to broaden our relief for lower and moderate income seniors, while better targeting the program to those it was intended to support. Assessor Pickering, do you have anything that you want to add to that or clarify?
Yes, there is. The county and the village has already adopted the 50,000 level. The school, none of the schools in the town have, and of course, up till now, the town has not either. And increasing it up to the 50,000. Well, let me go over some quick statistics at the end of my letter, and raising it to the 50,000 level, and including the IRA distributions. If we do this, we will there's 228 new parcels will qualify for the exemption. There'll be 357 existing exemptions that their percentage of exemption will increase. 288 will see no change in their exemption at all. 43 of the existing exemptions will decrease, while 11 of those will be losing over half of their exemption. And the kicker is that 85 parcels will lose the exemption altogether. The important thing that I would like to point out about the 85 parcels who will be losing the exemption is that the average income, and the income I used the 20, oh, this is 26, so it's the 24 income that we collected for the 26 roll. And the average income for those 85 parcels was $81,965, with an income range from just almost 59,000 to over 172,000. So, God bless the people who were able to save for their IRA, and I'm glad that they have it. But the exemption is made for the low income senior. It's made for the people who are looking at their taxes or their bills on the table, and they have to decide whether, if I pay my tax bill, what bill do I need?
Right.
That I need, do I pay electric, home insurance or whatever? It's not for the person who says, well, if I pay the tax bill, do I go to Walt Disney World today or put a down payment on a car?
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do, to include the IRAs, and because it is income, they do have it. They do have it to pay the taxes. And the public hearing will I'd like to set the public hearing for June 15th, so that we can get that into the renewal letters that'll be sent right after that.
Great. Thank you. Questions?
I was just going to say, Wayne, this is really just a redistribution of relief so that those who are most needy will be able to receive that support. Is that? It's a redistribution of the relief so that those who are most needy are receiving the support, right? With including the IRA as income. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's just the distributions from the IRA. We used to count the interest dividends and that were earned on the IRA, but that was changed here a couple of years ago when they changed the formula to state level.
That was one point I was going to make. These parameters and guidelines are set by the state, right? That's not the municipality.
It's part of a local law that the real property tax law says that the IRA distributions shall be excluded from the income unless the municipality passes a local law or resolution saying otherwise.
All right.
So
Excellent.
that's what
Thank
we'll
you.
be doing here tonight, or actually at the public hearing.
Right. And it's nice to expand so that more folks will qualify. I think it makes sense.
An additional of 228, right? That's
Right.
quite an increase of those who will qualify for that.
Right.
Okay. If there's no more questions, the action tonight is to schedule the public hearing on this proposed change for June 15th. And I'll entertain a motion to set the public hearing.
So moved.
Second. Mishler, Stockman, Broadbent, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that passes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Assessor Pickering. Okay, before we move on to updates, I'd like to invite up our student representative, Finley Driscoll, to the podium to chat with us a little bit and maybe give us some updates.
Hello, I just want to share a little bit about what's going on with the youth right now. So AP exams just wrapped up and students are preparing for the Regents tests at the end of June. Additionally, seniors just celebrated Decision Day for their post-high school plans as we move forward towards graduation for the seniors. For the juniors and even some of the sophomores, college searches are going on. I personally just went to Kentucky with my dad and visited the University of Kentucky. So, yeah, lots of exciting big changes going on.
That's great. Is decision day like the day where like all schools have to tell people whether they're accepted by or not, or?
So for Fairport, it's more of just a celebration to where everyone can share what they have decided to do after
great.
graduation.
Oh, nice. That must have been exciting.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, great.
We're going to get in the practice of our student representative Finley just doing a quick update at each meeting. So I appreciate you doing this for the very first time tonight.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Finley. Oh, wait.
What, I do have one question. If, for our board meeting in June, would you be able to provide any Section 5 spring sports? Are those still going on or are they wrapped up?
Yeah. Sectionals have just started this week.
Okay.
So,
So we have our next board meeting Monday, but like anything, so we can keep apprised, and if we're able to attend, that would be awesome. Thank you.
yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. Okay, so updates. Supervisor updates. I don't have much, just reflecting on our VFW day of service. It was cold, it was rainy. We got a lot of people. They have a lot of people that came. It was very, very impressive. And folks stayed for 2 hours, if not more, out in the rain, cleaning headstones. It really was an awesome event. Oddly satisfying too. I'm sure Meredith and Dave can attest to that too, where you scrub it and you can't even read the name, and then you rinse it off and you're saying hello to somebody who maybe their name hasn't been spoken for a long time. So it was a very cool experience. We had our Memorial Day events. I just wanted to say thank you to the VFW and Mike Cellini for running just a really amazing and touching program, and so professionally done. I don't have anything else. I'll open it up to the board for any other updates.
Just a quick update for the Sustainability Board. The Sustainability Board held its first meeting as with all board members on May 18th. The newly appointed members had the opportunity to meet the existing board members, and Jeff Myers, our board chair, led the meeting just with a really positive tone with the help of Supervisor Townsend. And a key takeaway from the meeting was the review. We reviewed the Community Climate Action Fund pilot application. Board members were asked to suggest projects or actions that might align with that application, but also requirements needed for the New York State Climate Smart Community Program. And so we're working on figuring out a perfect fit for that application. And if that is acquired, it would be a $10,000 fund that we could all use, extra $10,000 towards sustainability. So great first meeting. The next meeting will be held June 18th at 7 p.m. in room 204C, and it is open to the public.
Awesome. Thank you. Anyone else?
Not a comment, but a question for Commissioner Kennedy. The recycle shredding event, do you have any idea how many people may have come through that?
Good question.
So in years past, we have done traffic counts to try to gauge that. We did not do that this year because we've kind of got mixed results. But I don't currently have an estimate of number of vehicles or attendees, but what we will have shortly is a summation of the total tonnage and pounds of the different materials that we receive. So be happy to share that with the board through the supervisor.
Paper shredding is offered twice a year, correct? We have another paper shredding option.
Yes, that's
That
right.
that was the most popular option.
That was the longest line.
Yeah, we'll work with the clerk's office again and host a shredding event in the fall.
Okay, great.
I will just say, with now the good weather, everyone who's driving, please just slow down, be aware of children that are excited for summer weather, folks out walking their dogs, everyone taking advantage of it. It's just, those of us that are driving, please just slow down, be a little bit observant of what's going on the edges of the street. Let's all have a fun, safe community time. Just be cognizant now that it's finally, after a long, wet spring, we can all get out and enjoy it together.
Great point.
I just want to pass on a compliment to the Parks Department. I saw them out doing the flower beds, I think, at the town hall. Those look really, really nice. And they just do such a good job with our facilities. The skate park always looks clean. And I know that's got to be a tough one with all the traffic and activity there. So they just do a really great job. I want to thank them for that. And I think everybody was out doing yard work on Monday. I know it's like the first time I really touched my yard, and the DPW whoosh, got all my stuff. And I think for a lot of people, the DPW must have been working overtime. So thank you so much.
That's a great point. Actually, it makes me think to give a shout out to Parks too for how wet of a spring it's been and the extra work that that causes our staff to navigate fields, and they have been working really hard. So I just want to give a shout out to Dylan and the whole crew down there to thank them for the work that they're doing. Right. Anything else? Okay. If not, I will open it up to public comment. If you are here, raise your hand and I'll call on you to come up. Please state your name and address before speaking. If you're online, please hit the raise your hand button and Chris will unmute you when it's your chance to speak. Is there anyone here who would like to come up and speak? No one? Okay. All right. Anyone online, Chris?
No one has raised their hand, Ms. Supervisor.
Okay. All right. I'll close public comment. We have no matters of urgency tonight. We will be going into executive session, so we're not going to adjourn now, but we will be taking executive session in the conference room. All right. Thank you for everybody for coming out tonight. Never mind. May I have a motion to enter executive session? Fully no. Second. Second, Mishler. Thank you, Mike. Oh, do we have to, sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that passes.